Hey y'all, Irix Guy here. Now a lot of my fans have asked me about the new DJI Osmo, and I appreciate all your questions. I'm going to respond to all of those within this video. Check the link within this video's description and you can find where to order the DJI Osmo online. But without further ado, let's get into to the questions I've had. And number one is that, hey Irix Guy, are you going to pick up the DJI Osmo? Actually, I am. And I feel that it's a very powerful tool, and I'm going to explain within more depth here in a moment. But check the link within this video's description, and you can pre-order your Osmo as well. But what it is at a high level, it's a Sony Exmor camera. Now, a lot of people preference various camera brands. I'm a Sony guy. This video I'm filming right now is being filmed with a Sony camera. When I'm out in the field, if I'm not using my GoPro, I'm using a Sony camera as my field camera. That's a separate video. Check them out on my channel, and you can see all the 4K cameras that I use both in the field and in the studio. And they're Sonys, except for the GoPro. So I was stoked about that to see that the DJI Osmo has a Sony Exmor camera that it's using. So that's really nice. Not only is it Sony Exmor, but obviously you're getting 4K. Not only do you get the 4K Ultra HD, but you also get the Cinema 4K. Let's see, what is 4K Ultra HD? That's 4 times the physical size of Full HD, which is 1920 by 1080. So what is this? 38. I don't have the resolution right in front of me. Is it 3840 by? Hold on. Yeah. So it's so the resolution on this camera is Cinema HD, which is 4096 by 2160, or 4K Ultra HD, which is what I use for all my videos, which is 3840 by 2160. And the reason that I use 3840 by 2160 for all my videos is that it's if you go out and you get a 4K Ultra HD Smart TV, that's likely going to be the resolution that you'll find. Now, some people like to film in the greater resolution 4K Cinema because it makes an even physically larger video. But the disadvantage for me is that when I'm doing that, I'm going to have to crop it down to the 3840, so there's going to be some unused portions on the side. I'd rather film and just have the entire thing in the frame. That's completely personal preference. But looking at the Osmo, to do either of those 4K modes, it'll also do lesser modes as well. I'm focusing upon the 4K because everything that I film for Irix Guy's Adventure channel now, youtube.com/Irix Guy, all of my fresh content is in 4K Ultra HD. I've used other gimbals. What I like about the Osmo, and I can't wait to get my hands on it, and again, check the link within this video's description, you can find it there. What I like about the Osmo is just the design. It's hard for one to argue that DJI has not become a very awesome design company. You look at the Phantom drone series, for example, my favorite drone on the market, the Phantom 3 Professional. Today, that's my favorite drone on the market. They've just done a really good job with the design of both the Phantom and the Phantom camera, in my opinion. So to be able to have a handheld device to complement the performance of the Phantom. So for example, why would I use the Osmo? Obviously, I could hold the Phantom 3 in my hands when it's not flying and the props are off, and I could use it as a handheld gimbal-stabilized 4K camera of sorts. But that's not optimal. What you're getting with Osmo, and they've got a variety of mounts. Again, check the link within this video's description. I'm going to list links to all those there. But monopod, bicycle mount, which could also probably be used to mount to other bar-type mounting scenarios, and a plethora of other accessories. It's just something, if you don't want to be airborne, or maybe you're filming in a location where drones are frowned upon, and you don't want to, or you just don't want to attract that kind of attention, you've got something you can hold in your hand or mount to a Sean Coonery came in here. He's running around playing with some toys. But you've got something that you can mount to a variety of things. but even when it's mounted, it's gimbal stabilized. So in essence, you're able to get that really silky smooth gimbal stabilized video like you're getting with your Phantom 3, except with this, it's handheld. Now it's, once I get my hands on it, and I wish it was out right now, once I get my hands on it, it's going to be really fun to put it through its paces. But the size of it, and if you've considered options such as a Ronin or a Ronin M, you may have discovered that, man, those are great, but if I'm going to travel with that, especially if you're traveling with drone and other camera equipment, that's going to become really cumbersome. Even with the smaller size Ronin M, it's going to become really cumbersome. So being able to get something as small as the DJI Osmo that has 4K video is quite great. And it's going to open up a lot of doors for people that are not only, and maybe people aren't even filming drone videos. Maybe they're strictly on the ground, but instead of purchasing expensive camera stabilizers, expensive and bulky camera stabilizers, they're now able to have this very compact, easy to travel with handheld device that'll capture gimbal stabilized 4K video. So from that perspective, it's awesome. Now, one might argue that, oh, this is a quite expensive camera with gimbal. And that is a true statement, but what I do is I challenge you to look at the other options that are out there. At the time of posting this would be a GoPro Hero 4 Black Edition. Look at the cost of that, plus gimbal. And I've got that, by the way. I've got the Hero 4 Black with a gimbal that I use with it, and it works well. But look at the cost of that versus the cost of the DJI Osmo, and just look at the design of it. I mean, look at those side by side, and you're probably going to be feeling the same way I do, and that's that the design of the DJI Osmo looks a lot better. And not to mention, you can mount your smartphone on the side to function as a viewfinder of sorts. So DJI's really nailed the not just the physical design of the product, but the form factor. Small size, small weight, easy to travel with. Good brand camera, Sony Exmor. I mean, this is not some hacked together junk. I mean, this is a professional tool for anyone that would otherwise be using a very bulky and very expensive camera. This is a way to just pop it out. Maybe you're doing a walkthrough of a house or something, whatever it may be, to get that gimbal stabilized footage. You're capturing content that's much more watchable than stuff that's filmed with a handheld camcorder that's tilting this way, tilting that way, shaking. You've got this gimbal stabilized, very smooth video, just like you're accustomed to seeing in my Phantom 3 professional videos. This gimbal stabilized 4K Ultra HD video, or Cinema 4K if you film in that mode. So it's a cool tool. So again, check the link within this video's description. You can find where to order the DJI Osmo online, as well as the various DJI Osmo accessories. And drop me a line if you have any questions. Tell me what you think. And be sure to subscribe to youtube.com/IrixGuy. Y'all have a good day.